Hey everybody, Mega Ruler 31 back here for FSI DFS. We are going to cover the Xfinity race today for it's in Mid-Ohio racetrack. It's a road course. It's only 75 laps. So I think the big thing that we're going to be looking for today is place differential and maybe who can get up top. So not too many dominating points available, not too many fast lap places available. So let's run through the field and get you some picks. Okay, so the first one that I think is going to be the chalkiest and highest owned play is going to be Austin Cedric. He has been very good at road courses. He does really well. So I think he's definitely one to lock in your cash lineups. I know the Daytona road course, and I believe it was the Roval last year in Indianapolis. Sometimes you can get too aggressive. Like he pretty much lost one of the fenders off his car at the Daytona road course, but he still was able to pick off positions. He couldn't catch Ty Gibbs at the end, but then again, he and AJ Almond Digger were racing. I believe it was the Roval. It might have been the Indy road course. It was one of the ones last year. And they just got too aggressive at the end and wrecked each other. So that mildly concerns me, but I think if there's anyone that's going to go out there and lead a bunch of laps and win this, he's the one. So I'm okay with him in cash. I think he's going to be a very, very popular play. Ty Gibbs is starting second. Yes, he did win the Daytona road course. I think he's going to have high ownership also, but I think he's more of a GPP play. Ty Gibbs has done great this season. He's done well in all the races he's won. He's won 2 races, but I think this is going to be more technical track than running on the oval track with cones and stuff that they made into a road course. So, and they didn't have him run at Coda, which had turned into a completely a monsoon. So I think that he's going to do well here, but starting second kind of scares me a little bit. Harrison Burton, I don't know. I like him as a driver. He just seems to struggle. I think he needs maybe some of these other top guys to move up to Cup before, and he to have a year to kind of go out there and dominate. I just don't see it now. It's good equipment. So GPP, same thing with Jed Burton in a good car. Allgaier starting 5th. I think he's more of a cash play. I think I like him better than the other guys in the top 5 to maybe challenge Cedric. Brandon Brown is having a great season, seems to hang around the top 10, but that seems to be more on speedways. I don't know. Think he's a really good road course driver. So even though he's 7K here, he's a fade for me. Jeremy Clements, I think you can play him in cash here. Actually, sorry, skip Brandon Jones. I'm out on him. GPP maybe good equipment, but this guy wrecks everywhere. And I don't know if it's him or just bad luck, but he's on my do not play list for a while until he has a streak of doing some positive things. So I'm out on Brandon Jones. Jeremy Clements, like I said, 66, starting 8th here. I think he can maybe hang around in the top 10. I think he's got a car for it. He's okay driver. So if you need that savings and cash, I'm okay with it. Riley Herbst, GPP. I don't think this car, or he's a great road course driver. It's like I said, the car is going to hold up. So that's not a question at all. I just don't know with all the other drivers there if he can maintain his position, and I think I'm out on him. Justin Haley, he's probably about the same situation. I'm not really excited about playing him here. I mean, in the Truck Series, he had a couple of good road course races, but here, I don't know. I think he did well at one of the road courses last year, maybe finished second. So at the price at 9-1, just the season he's had, I don't know. You can play him at GPP. I think he's going to have some ownership here. Wouldn't surprise me if he did well, but there's other plays that I'd rather spend my money on. So I'm not completely out on Haley. I think he might be a sleeper. just thinking back now. Hemrick, I'm a fade on him at 10K, just way too expensive. I just don't think that he's gonna do really well as on the road course here. I just think, he had his chance at his home track a couple weeks ago there, and he just can't get it done. So Almond Digger is up next at 12th, and I think that he's definitely going to be the first one I log into my lineups. I know he said Cedric, and I know it's going to be hard trying to get Cedric and Almond Digger in. I know a lot of people are going to try to do it, so I think I'm going to have one line with both of them in for cash, and then the other line I'm just going to build on Almond Digger and fade Cedric just in case he runs into trouble. Noah Gragson comes up next. He's good at road course driving, but again, he's just been aggressive, and he's made a lot of other drivers mad, rubbed them the wrong way. So I can see him getting into trouble, being overly aggressive. His aggressiveness helps him here, but sometimes it also can be a hindrance. So he's going to be the first one in my GPP lineups, but I'm not going to play him in cash here. It's the second most expensive driver in the field. No, he's not the second most. That's AJ. He's 10-2. Myatt Snyder at 78. I'm okay with him. He does have some road course experience. Starting 14th is a little high, but the 78 I think I can stomach, so I'm okay with him in cash. I think he can run a clean race and do fairly well, so I'm okay considering him there. Annette, 15th, a little high. 83, price a little high, so I think he could definitely be another GPP consideration, but I'm not jumping to play him or looking to put him in the lineup. I like Snyder a lot better there. Alex Labbe, I like him also. He's got a lot of road course experience. I think that he won't have the ownership that he should for the quality of driver he is, and he's in a decent car. I think he's just starting a little too far forward, but at 74, I definitely will play him on my GPP lineup. Ryan Vargas is a fade. Brett Moffitt, he's been okay on road courses. Car's okay. He's an okay driver. 8,100, starting 18th, a little high, so GPP only for there. Jade Buford is a road course driver. He comes in starting 19th. At 6,000, so I think you'll see some ownership there. Struggled a little bit this season, but he's got a strong road course background, and he's had some top 20s in road courses in Xfinity, so I think he's a silent one at 6K that would fit into a cash lineup very, very nicely. Landon Castle, he's been okay at road courses. I think he'll have high ownership, but a little bit higher than he should. I'd rather take Buford at $800 less, but I don't struggle playing with him there. Cody Ware, I think, is going to be very chalky, and I think he's starting a little bit too high, but 5,700, I like his price there. He's running here, and then I think he's flying out to Sonoma in California to race in the Cup race on Sunday. So it's going to be a long weekend for him, but he's starting 40th there. So we'll talk about more him in the Cup video. Hopefully we'll get a chance to see how he does here. But 21st, again, starting a little bit high, but I love the price, and I think he'll be very popular. Jesse Little, he's starting way too high up, even at 4,600. I'm a fade on him. Ryan Sieg, he's a GPP, 7,600 starting here. Like, the only thing that he does is he has like the weirdest pit strategies, and sometimes helps him out, sometimes really hurts him. So if he gets a weird caution break, or I don't think there's going to be any weather to affect it this time, so I'm not considering him for cash. I could see him maybe in a GPP. The next three guys I'm out on. Josh Williams, like, he's been so cheap, and we played him a lot, and TK and I have lost a lot of money, so he's on our do not play list up there with Brandon Jones for a while, unless he starts doing a string of things that are very good. Tommy Joe Martins, Jeffrey Earnhardt, out on those guys too. Starting a little bit too far forward. Pricing's okay, but on fade. Eddie Lally, I really like him. He comes in and starting 27th, 8,400. He's got experienced road course driver. I think he's going to be one that like he did okay in some of the road course recently, but it's hard to look at the Coda race because there are a lot of wrecks and the weather and everything. He's, like I said, with the experience in at 8,900 and his starting position, I think he's like the perfect storm, almost to the point where I think he might be one of my core cash plays. So I'm really looking at Andy Lally here at starting 27th at 8,900 with his experience, and he's in a decent car too. Ryan Ellis, I'm a fade on. Pluto, I don't know. I think he'll be very popular. He's got a lot of experience in road course. He actually takes over a JR Motorsport car here. So I think he actually took Barry's ride because Barry's racing for Jordan Anderson. So it's a good car. It's been good this season, but Pluto's just made some mistakes, which has caused him to get in accidents and to kill his transmission. So his finishes haven't been that great in the road courses, but he definitely has potential. He definitely has the car for it. So if he can keep it mistake free, I think he's good. But I would rather pay 89 for Andy Lally in a little less of a car, but still a solid car, who's a better driver than Pluto, who I think will get kind of like overhyped, and I think his ownership will be much higher than it should be. I think he's one I'll put in my GPP lineup. I can see playing him in cash. I get it, but again, I'd rather take Lally in almost the same situation for a little bit less. Colby Howard, GPP. Josh Berry, he's going to definitely play him in a GPP line just for the place differential. Seems like he's a good driver. He's in this Jordan Anderson car who has done okay. It's not like a top tier car. I think the jury's still out on like how good it is. It's had a couple mechanical problems, but I think he'll be fine on this. Again, it's only like 75 laps, and yes, there's a lot of turning and braking and stuff, but I think it'll be okay there. 97. Like I said, the price is a little bit steep. That's why it's a GPP, but I love the place differential. Plus, Josh Berry has no road course experience that I could find, so I'm thinking that he. That's why he was a GPP. He could. I don't think he's going to be a lot of cash builds, but I think if some of the other guys that are very cashy struggle and he does well and gets a lot of place differential, especially if he gets up into like the top 10, I think he can pay off pretty well. Matt Mills is a fade for me. Chris Wright, he's definitely one that I like. He's got a lot of road course experience, especially like open wheel racing. So I think he's like Trans Ams or something. He's got a lot of experience on road course, not necessarily in an Xfinity cars, but I think he'll be fine. Car is okay. He's starting 6,200, like the price. 33rd, I think he can get up into the top 20. So he's definitely one I like. Matt Jaskol, don't know much about him. He's a fade for me. Don't know like how well he's going to do or how far he's going to go. Kyle Weatherman, he is somebody that I think is going to have a lot of ownership. Like there have been times where, like we said, don't play him because like mechanical problems, or we thought he was going to start park, but he seems to have a decent season right now, and I think he's going to have a lot of ownership down here, just in his pricing and just everybody trying to fit in the studs up top. I think he's going to be a good value pay that people looked at. He's struggled on the speedways, but on road courses, he hasn't been bad. He's had he's had some top 20s. So, if he can get up into the anywhere from 20 to 25th, like you definitely take that for 53 in cash. David Starr, You could use him as a punt if you need like more salary savings. Like I said, if you're trying to jam in 3 like really high priced players going stars and scrubs, look for some place differential. I think he's okay there. Joe Graff Jr., same thing. Curly, I think I'm out on him. Like I'd rather pay 47, 48, 53 for Weatherman. Or just pay up for right at 62, then pay 59 for Curly starting here. Preston Pardus, I think he's going to be very, very popular. He's a good road course driver. His equipment is a little bit questionable, but not like super bad. So I don't think, he's going to have a ton of tech issues. So I think he's got a really good background in road course racing. So yeah, starting here 39, definitely think he can get 10, maybe 15 place differential points. So 7,900, I'll pay that for him. I think he's one of my favorite ones. So and then Greg Galding down here, I'm okay playing him in cash. He's a really good driver. The car's okay, but like, what does he really need to do? If he can get ahead of some of these guys that are really going to struggle here on a road course, and he's actually has some road course experience and can get out ahead of them, then he could pick up five place differential points at 5,100. I'll take that. And you're saving $200 off of Weatherman, who I think is going to be very popular. So I think I'd rather play Galding over Weatherman, or like I said, in your construction, might both. So I think, cash wise, I'm looking at Cedric and Almond Digger. And then, like I said, I'm going to probably take a lineup without Cedric and throw in some of the more mid-range cash plays. But then I think like Lally and Pardus would be like my core 3 there. So either Almond Digger or Cedric, Lally and Pardus, and then throw in like Weatherman or Galding, and then figure out who else fits in your lineup to work out. And I think that's how I'm going to roll. So thanks for watching, and hopefully it doesn't look like we're going to have some weather for this one. So it looks like it'll be dry racing, and hopefully it's a fun and exciting race, and that you guys have some green screens at the end of the day. So Mega Ruler 31, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Please give us a like to help us get this video out to more people. Subscribe to our channel, and if you have any additional questions, you can hit me up at Twitter at Mega Ruler 31. So thanks for watching, and good luck.